Good afternoon, everybody. Today is December 23rd, 2020. Our lecture is Vipassanā, part of Purification. Samadhi Nidisa, Kamatana, Kana. About the concentration, part 4. So before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you very much for your watching. We finished various kind of concentration. We finished the learning about the various kind of concentration in the previous lectures. So continuously we have to understand how we get the power concentration. We need to know how to get it. So what kind of technique we have to practice to get the various kind of the power concentration. So that's why today we have to learn about that one. Okay. So in Pali, the title is the Vipassanā. Vipassanā. Vipassanā Dasa Vipassanā. In title of the Pali is Dasa Vipassanā. So Dasa is 10. Dasa means the number 10. Vipassanā is impediments or disturbance. So the meaning is Dasa Vipassanā meaning is 10 kind of the disturbance or 10 kind of the impediments. Varnana is explanation or exposition. So that's why English translation. Exposition of the 10 impediment. So disturbance, the disturbance, make not to get the power concentration. So the 10 kind of disturbance we have to avoid, because because of them we don't have we cannot we cannot do to get the power concentration. That's why in Pali mentioned like this. So in the Pali Katang Bhaveta Bodhi Ittapana. Yeah. Katang Bhaveta Bodhi. So the first page of the concentration explanation, there's a question. Katang Bhaveta Bodhi means how should concentration be developed? That means how should the concentration be developed? So that's that question we have to answer here. So that's why I'm studying Katang Bhaveta Bodhi. Bhaveta Bodhi. Bhaveta Bodhi. Bhaveta Bodhi means it should be developed. should be developed. So kata means how or what kind of way we have to practice. So ita means in that question. Itabana in that question. Your tawa ayan. Tawa means fast. Tawa means fast. Your ayan means that this concentration. Lokiya, Logodara, Vasena. Yeah, two kind. In the short way, we already learning. Lokiya means mundane concentration, and Lokodara means supramundane concentration. So, in briefly, there's a two kind. So that's why he mentioned Lokiya, Lokodara, Vasena, mundane and supramundane. Kind of these concentration, duvidoti adisu. Yeah, duvido means two. Vida means a kind. So two kind, etc., etc. We already learned in the previous lecture. Various kind of concentration, isn't it? So in those adidu means etc., etc. Adidu means Ariya Magga Sampayoto. Ariya Magga means a path. Ariya noble path. Ariya Magga. Ariya means a noble. Noble. Magga is a path. Noble path. Sampayoto means associate. So associate with the noble path. Concentration. Samadhi Uto. Samadhi means a concentration. The concentration associated with the noble path. Sotapatti Magga, Sakadagami Magga, Supramundane, Nagami Magga, Arahata Magga, etc., etc. So in those, in working with the noble path consciousness, there's a various kind of supramundane concentration. Already we mentioned. Okto means already we mentioned. So tassa bhavananayo. Tassa bhavananayo. Tassa means for that concentration. That concentration is not lokiya, not mundane, supramundane. Supramundane, lokotra. Supramundane consciousness. Bhavananayo. Bhavana means developing. Nayo means a method. So developing method. Developing method for the supramundane consciousness. Panya, bhavana, nayinewa. Panya, bhavana, nayinewa. Panya means wisdom. Bhavana means developing. Developing of the wisdom. Nayinewa means the method. Sangahido. Sangahido means combine. So that means here we don't make a explanation of the supramundane concentration. Supramundane concentration will be explained in the Panya. Panya. Because the Visuddhimagga explains Sila, Samadhi, Panya. So right now we learning about the Samadhi concentration, isn't it? So that kind of the supramundane concentration should be discussed in detail in the next session. Next session means wisdom. Yeah. When we learning about the wisdom, so we will discuss about that kind of supramundane conscious concentration. That meaning, Panya bhavana nayenewa sangahito. Yeah. So this is true. He means that this is true. He panyaya bhavidaya. Yeah. Panyaya bhavidaya means when we develop the wisdom, so bhavito hodi. So means concentration. So means supramundane concentration, logotra, samadhi. Bhavito hodi already developed. Yeah. So wisdom and concentration is working together, supporting, especially in the insight meditation, the concentration very strongly support to the wisdom. Yeah. So that's why, if you already developed that panya wisdom, you automatically develop of the concentration. That's why. That's why we combine together. Explanation about the supramundane consciousness, Logottara Samadhi. Logottara Samadhi explained in the explanation of the wisdom, Panya. That's why. Dasama. That's why Dasama Dan Sandaya. Dan Sandaya means according to that meaning. According to that meaning, according to that way, eon like this, bhaveta bodhi, na kenchi visomudama. Yeah. So here we have say nothing separately. Viso means separately. Talking about the supramundane consciousness, supramundane concentration. Logottara Samadhi. Logottara Samadhi is we will explain in the next section. Panya, wisdom. When we learn about the wisdom, we will discuss that one. So that's why here we didn't make an explanation separately about that one. That meaning. So that's why here English translation, how should it be developed? It meaning is a concentration. Yeah, various kind of concentration. So the method of the developing of kind of concentration associated with the noble path, Riya Mega noble path. So mentioned under the two kind as a mundane concentration and supramundane concentration, etc., etc. We already learning in the previous chapter is included in the method of developing understanding. Yeah. So for the developing part, concentration, understanding, that is developed that two. That is developed that two meanings. Concentration also developed that two. Yeah. So panya and samadhi and panya, they are the final the mental faculty, isn't it? Indriya. Samadhi Indriya and Panya Indriya. So they control and then they are working together, supporting each other. So if there is a Panya, there is a wisdom. And there is a concentration. Yeah. Without concentration, we cannot develop the wisdom. That's why. So we shall say nothing separately here about how it is to be developed. How it is means here that is supramundane concentration. So we will discuss here Lokiya Samadhi, mundane concentration only. Okay? We will learn mundane concentration only. Okay? So We continue like this in Pali. Here, Yo Panaya Lokiyo. Yo Panaya. Panaya means Pana Ayan. Yo Ayan Lokiyo Samadhi. So mundane concentration. There's a mundane concentration. So that concentration, Ota Neyena. Ota Neyena means already mentioned the method. Naya means a method. So Ota means a discussion or mention in the previous chapter, previous lecture. So Ota Neyena Silani. Silani means morality. Huh? We saw the dua means purify the morality and superisuddhi sili. After purifying the morality, patititena. Patititena means patititena means standing with the power morality. Yawasa. Yawasa is two words combined. Yawasa means yawa asa. Asa means that person. That person means the person who purify the morality and dasasu believe bodies. Yeah. Tankano. Dasasu means a tankai. Tang. Believe body is impediment. Dasasu belibodesu belibodo ati. Yeah. So belibodo disturbance, some kind of disturbance. There's some kind of disturbance. Maybe all, maybe some, isn't it? So all is a tongue impediment, but maybe somebody they have only some kind of, not all. Not all means not tongue kind. So beliborati, tan that kind of impediment, tan upachendetwa. Upachendetwa means remove. Upachendetwa means removed. Yeah. So removing the impediment, what the person have, and kamathana dayakan. Yeah. Kamathana is the meditation. Kamathana. Dayaga means who are able to guide about the meditation. So that means the person who has already experience in the practice of meditation. So that person we call Kamathana Dayakan. Yeah. Kamathana Dayakan. That's very important. So you should approach to that person who already experienced in the meditation. So that person have you how to. He can give the advice for you to practice the meditation, isn't it? So that's why. Kamathana Dayakan, the person who have experience in the meditation. Kalyana Metta. We call in Pali in another way. Kalyana Metta. You know, Kalyana is a good. Metta is a friend. Yeah, good friend. Yeah. So the person who would like to practice meditation, so he should search for the good friends. The good friend is who has already experience in meditation. So that person is, we call in Pali, Kalyana Mitta. Kalyana meaning is good. Mitta is a friend. Upasangametwa. Upasangametwa means approach. Approach to the good friend who already has the experience in meditation. So Pali mentioned like this. Kamathana Dayakan, Kalyana Mitan, Upasangamitoa. After approach to that person, Atano. Atano means Atano means the person oneself. Chariya Nukulan. Chariya Nukulan. Chariya means Chariya is a kind of temperament we call Charita. We call in Pali Charita is in the temperament. Raga Charita, lust temperament, and Dosa Charita, and anger temperament, etc., etc. Maybe one kind of temperament, or maybe 2 or 3 mixed together, maybe. So, Chariya Nukula. Nukula means suitable. Suitable, the temperament. Chatali Saya Kamathani Su. Chatali Saya means 40. Chatalisa is 40. 40 kind of Kamathani Su means the meditation, not inside meditation. That mention is the samatha, samatha meditation. Yeah. 40 kind of samatha meditation. You should choose which one is suitable to you according to your temperament. Yeah. According to your temperament. So that's why mentioned in Pali like this. Inyatran. Inyatran meaning is among of these 40 kind of meditation, you need to choose which one. Inyatran Kamathana. Yeah. So the suitable, the meditation subject, you need to choose Kahedwa. Kahedwa means after taking the kind of suitable meditation subject, and Samadhi Bhavanaya. Samadhi Bhavanaya means to develop the concentration, and Ananu Ruban. Ananu Ruban means not suitable. Vihara. Vihara means dwelling. Pahaya. Pahaya means the Pahaya means not take. Yeah, avoid. Pahaya means not take or avoid. Avoid the unsuitable dwelling, unsuitable temple. So that temple is unsuitable, meaning is not suitable to develop the concentration. So the meaning is you need to choose the dwelling or temple, which one is suitable for you to practice concentration, to develop the concentration. So Anurube, suitable, Vihare. Vihare means a temple. So suitable temple means that temple is a strongly support to you to develop the concentration. So in that temple, Viharandena, stay there. Viharandena means stay in there. Stay in that temple, suitable temple. Kudaka Palibodu Pichitakan. Yeah. Kudaka means small. Kudaka is small. Kudaka. Paliboda is an impediment. So impediment is a big impediment, small impediment, you have to understand. So small impediment means like cutting your nail. Yeah, before practice meditation, if your nail is very long, you have to cut. Because after practice, your mind go to that, or I have to cut my nail or something like this. Yeah. So should we cut every, disturbance? Yeah, before practice meditation. That meaning, Kotaka Bodha is that kind of. We will explain more detail later. Okay. So Kotaka Bodha Pachirakan Katwa. Katwa means have done. So small impairment should be removed, should be already done. Sabhan or Sabhan means all. Bhavana Vidana. Yeah. Bhavana is a developing. Vidana is the method. The method or the way how to develop the concentration. Yeah. So that meaning. So all, yeah, or Sabang or Navidana, the method of the developing concentration, Aparihabandina. Aparihabandina means nothing left. You have to do all things. Yeah, that meaning. Aparihabandina means nothing left. Should be focus everything you have done before practice meditation. Yeah. So, and Bhavita body. Bhavita body means should be developed. Should be developed, the concentration. So Yamita Sankebo. Yamita means here mentioned Sankebo means short or in brief. This is a brief explanation, not in detail. So later we will explain in more detail. Okay. So that's one here English translation. But in the mundane concentration, should be developed by one who has taken his stand on the virtue of morality that is quite purified in the way already stated in previous lecture. He should savor remove any kind of the 10 impairment that he may have. Many, all or none, or 1, 2, or 3, etc., etc. He should then approach the good friend. The good friend means the giver, a person who are able to give the meditation subject because he has already an experience in meditation, and then he should apprehend from among the 40 meditation subject one that suits his own temperament. His own temperament maybe raga charita, lustful temperament, dosa charita, hateful temperament, moha charita, diluted temperament, saddha charita, faithful temperament, buddhi charita, intellectual temperament, and vitaka charita, discursive temperament. So maybe one of them, or maybe 2 or 3 missing together, maybe. So should choose like this, and after that, he should avoid a monastery unfavorable or unsuitable to develop concentration, and go to live in one that is favorable temple. A favorable temple means a suitable temple. Yeah. And then he should sever or remove the lesser impediment, kutaka, palibora, and not overload any kind of direction or discussion for the developing in the concentration. So this is in brief, not in detail. So detail later. So one by one we will discuss in detail. Okay. Okay. So in Pali continuously mentioned here 10 kind of impairment like this. Yampana vitaro. Yampana vitaro meaning is this is a detail. Vitaro means a detail. Yeah. Vitaro means a detail. Sankebo is a short and brief. In Pali opposite. Vitaro and Sankebo. Here Vitaro is in detail. So Yan Tawa Otan. Yeah. So in many things we have to discuss in detail. So firstly, something we have to say Yang Otan. Yang Otan means something we have to say. So Yawasa Dasasu Paribodesu Paribodo Ati Dan Opechinditwadi. Yeah, mentioned in previous Pali, Ita. In that Pali word, Akas Awasocha Kulan Labo Kano Kamancha Panchama Adana Nyati Abado Kanto AGD Dedasadi. So that verses, that stanza is mentioned 10 kind of impediment. Dasa Baliboda. Dasa is a 10. 10 kind of, yeah, our soul. In the verses, our soul, first our soul. Our soul, our soul is a dwelling or temple. Yeah, we have to choose first. Because a temple strongly supported in your practice or meditation. Suitable temple is strongly supported. Unsuitable temple is not supported. So that's why. Here our soul means not just only our soul, not just only temple. So if you have many things to do with the temple, that temple is not suitable. That meaning. So we will discuss in more detail later. Okay. So here just only mention the name. Our soul is a dwelling or temple. Kula, second one. Second impediment is a kulan. Kulan is a family, a relative family, or the supporting family. We have to understand. Anyway, so kulan meaning is a related person. Related person. Kulan. And labo. Labo is a game. So game is four kind of requisites. Here, game meaning is a game, four kind of requisite. And kano. Kano is a kind of the group. Kano. Yeah, in the Buddha time, many monks they have make a group. The group meaning is some group they take a responsible to practice, Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, disciple, the discipline, or Sutta Pitaka, or Abhidhamma Pitaka. So they make a crew, and then, for example, the Sariputta and his people, that their crew strongly, trying to remember all teaching or the Abhidhamma. Vinaya, discipline, Upali, and then his people trying to memorize all teaching or the discipline. So like this. So many different group. Yeah. So here Kano. Kano is a group. And then Kamencha Panchaman. Panchaman is a 5. Fit. Panchaman is a fit. The fifth one is a Kamancha. Kama is a kind of doing something. So new a new thing to do all the time. A person who has to do something in new. So no end to do something. Oh, I have to do something today. I have to do something tomorrow. Like this. So that person has a lot of impediment. It's no opportunity to develop the concentration. That's why. Kamancha means a new kind of walking. Huh? Yeah. Kamancha Benjamin, this is the fifth one. And the sixth one. The sixth one is Adhana. Adhana means traveling. The person who want to travel, so his mind make arrangement something for traveling. So that's why if you want to travel somewhere, your mind, a lot of disturbance your mind have, a lot of disturbance. That's why, yeah, traveling is kind of impediment. Yeah, number six, huh? Adhana. Adhana means traveling, and nyati. Yeah, nyati is a kin or relative. Yeah, relative is very strongly, attached. Yeah, very difficult. So that's why also nyati also. Huh? Yeah, we were discussing in more detail later. Okay, one by one. And abado. Yeah, abado means a kind of disease. Huh? Some person who has a kind of disease, he has no chance to develop the concentration because he has to, cure the disease, huh? All the time. Yeah, that's why. And then number 9 is a gantor. Gantor means direct meaning. Gantor means a kind of the teaching. Gantor. So if you study some kind of teaching, some kind of the something, if you study, your mind all the time thinking about the subject. So that's one that can talk. The learning is kind of the impediment. Yeah. So we will explain later in more detail about that. And ADD meaning ADED. AD meaning is a supranormal power. Yeah. If somebody, all the time trying to get the supranormal power, his mind also attached to that. So that's why he has no chance to develop the concentration more and more. Yeah, that's why. Number 10 is AD. AD is a supernormal power. So all together, 10 kind of impediment. Our soul dwelling, kulang, relative person, labo, game, pano, group, kamancha, kama is a new walk, and adhanan, traveling, number 6. Number 7 is a nyati, relative, abado is a disease, and a kantor is learning, the teaching, and AD is a supernormal power. So altogether 10, isn't it? So imedasa liboda nama. Imedasa means these. Dasa imedasa means these some kind of things we call Bliboda nama. Nama means a call. Nama means a call. Bliboda nama. And then data. Among of these some kind of impediment, yeah. Awaso yewa. Awasa blibodo. Yeah. Only dwelling is a dwelling impediment. Like this. Esa neyo kuladisu. Same way. So that's why here, English translation, the detail is that firstly it was said above, We should sever any kind of the 10 impediment that we may have. Now the 10 impediment are dwelling, family, gain, a class or group, and then building work to aspect, and then trouble, king, a flashing book, and then supernormal power, altogether 10. So here, and the dwelling is said is an impediment due to the dwelling, so two with the family and also. So we will explain one by one in detail, okay? So continue like this in Pali, Tattha. Yeah, all the time Tattha means explain in detail, more detail. Tattha. Tattha awasodi. Awasodi meaning Tattha awasodi means awasa is dwelling. So among of them, among of these 10 kind of impediment, dwelling impediment mean awasodi mean dwelling impediment mean ekobi. Eka is at one, isn't it? Ekobi or overgo. Overgo meaning is a room, one room. Awasa means not too big. Sometimes only one room. So that room, if you stay in that room, so that room we call awasa. Yeah, dwelling. Yeah. So you have to understand like this. Awasa is like this. One room. And the overgo vochati. Vochati means you have to say vochati. It can be means one, also one. Pariwena. It can be pariwena means one hat or one kind of the compound. It's a small compound. Pariwena. And then sakalopi sangaramo. Sakalopi means all. Sakala means all. Sangaramo means a community of monks, many monks, maybe 100, 200, 300 together, stay in the very big compound, and then there's maybe many temple. So that all kind of temple we call our soul. You have to understand like this. So dwelling meaning is at least one room, or maybe more bigger, or make bigger compound, or maybe big compound. Yeah. Anyway, all these things we call dwelling. Okay. And swayan means soyan. Na sabbasewa. Klivodo hodi. So na and combine na hodi. Yeah, all the time. Bali is hodi, na and hodi together. Na hodi. Na hodi means not. Not it is. It is not. Na hodi means it is not. Sabi siwa. Sabba siwa. Sorry. Sabba siwa means sabba is all. So all person is no impediment. So the word dwelling is all person is not impediment. For some person, yeah, that dwelling is impediment, but some person is not. That meaning. Okay, so your panita, your panita, your pana ita means pana is we discussed in more detail. Your the person, your means somebody person. Nawa kamadisu. Yeah. Nawa meaning is a new. Yeah, Pali Nawa means sometimes Pali Nawa is a number 9. Or sometimes Pali Nawa is a new one. Huh? So yeah, Pali, some Pali was a different meaning. So here Nawa means a new. Kama is a walk, new walk. Huh? Adisu means etc. etc. Yeah. Hmm? So that meaning is the dwelling. The dwelling has many things to do. So that dwelling is impediment. The meaning. Because you have to do, or I have to do something for dwelling today and tomorrow and this month, next month, this year, next year. If there's a lot, no earning, every day new work to do, so that is impediment for that person. So that meaning. Huh? Osukan. Osukan meaning is um, effort. Osukan means effort. Osukan wa apicati. Yeah. So a person who have to put the effort to make a new work all the time. So that kind of dwelling is we call impediment, Palibodo. Yeah, for that person. Okay? Yeah. Bahu Banda Sanicharowa Hodi. Yeah. Bahu means money. Bahu means money. Banda means is the material. So Bahu Banda means money material. Money material means money rolls, money, the other different kind of things, money material. Sanejeo means storing many things. So that person, yeah, also very busy all the time, storing many things. So that's that kind of temple also the impediment we have to say here. Okay, so that meaning yena kenaji wa. Yena kenaji means any kind. Karanena. Karanena means any kind of cause. Yena kenaji wa karanena. So any kind of cause, apictoa. Apikawa. Apikawa. Apikawa means no attachment in that, in any kind. Or Padibada Chito. Yeah, Chito is mind. Okay. Padibada means the craving mind, that meaning. Craving mind to do new work or craving mind to collect many material like this. So Paliboda Chito Tasewa. Tasewa means for that person. Palibodo Hoti. So that kind of person who are always attachment and the new work, doing new work and collecting many materials. So that person, Baliporo. Na itrasa. Na itrasa means the other person. The other person, na hoti. Na means not hoti. Na hoti means not impediment for that person. So the meaning, the not all person, but the dwelling is impediment not for all person. Some person they have attachment and you walking in the temple with the temple and then collecting many material in the temple. So that kind of temple is a impediment for that person. But the other person not like this, so that person is okay. Yeah, that means it. Okay, here in English translation, herein is single inner room or single heart or the whole monastery or temple for the community of monks. It is called dwelling here, our soul. So this is not an impediment for everyone. It is an impediment only for anyone whose mind is exercised about the building. Building means a new walk with the building, etc., etc. Go on there and who has many belonging, store in the temple or dwelling. So or whose mind is catch up by some kind of business connected with the temple or dwelling. So, but for that kind of person, it's impediment. For any other person, it is not impediment. Okay, so we have to understand like this. So that meaning is our soul temple is just temple, not new work and doing new work with the temple and not collect many material or belonging. So that person is okay, but the other different person who many attach and doing many new work and then store many things, so that person is impediment. We have to understand. Okay. So here we Pali explain with the story, the true story. Tadridan Watu. Yeah. Tadridan meaning is in that impediment for some person and not impediment for the other different person. We have to show the story. Watu means a story, a true story. Watu. Yeah. So Watu is sometimes we say Watu is dependent Watu. So Chakku Watu in Abhidhamma we say Chakku Watu, Sutta Watu. So Chakku Watu is I is dependent. Yeah, to arise the I consciousness like this. But here Watu is a kind of story. So Pali is a different meaning. Watu, but same Pali word, but different meaning and different usage. Okay. So here Watu means a true story. A true story is played here to understand more understanding in about the impediment of dwelling. Okay. So Dwe Kira Kula Buddha. So Dwe Kula Buddha. Yeah. Dwe Kula Buddha means a two men. Two gentlemen. Dwe Kula Buddha means a gentleman. In Pali, gentleman. Dwe means a two. So Dwe Kula Buddha, two gentlemen. Anuradhapura. Anuradhapura is the name of the city. So there are two gentlemen who live in the Anuradhapura, the name of the city. Nikamedwa. Nikamedwa is the depart. Anubobena Tubarame. Anubobena meaning is take the way. take the way to the Tubarami. Tubarami is the name of the temple. Tubarama. Tubarama. Arama is a temple. Yeah, Tuba is a name. So Tubarama is a name. Tubarama temple. So Papajainsu. Papajainsu means they become monk ordination, higher ordination. Yeah, they take a higher ordination to become the monk, to become as a monk. So they become the monk. Okay, and Tesu means among of these two monks, two person, Ego, one person, Dwemadika. Yeah. Dwemadika means we have 3 baskets. Tipitaka is the Vinaya Pitaka. Vinaya is a discipline. Discipline has many subject to learn. So Dwemadika is one kind of subject. Dwemadika is one kind of subject, yeah. So Dwemadika Pakuna. Pakuna means he began expert in the discipline. Yeah, these 2 kind of discipline. He began expert. Katwa. Katwa means he tried to become the expert in the 2 kind of the discipline. And Pancha Wasiko. Pancha means 5. Wasiko means rain retreat. Yeah. 5 wasa. Yeah. So 5 years rain retreat. Hotoa. Stay in there means in the Tuparami, in the Tuparama temple. Stay in the Tuparama temple. Pawaridwa means after rain retreat, the monk have to declare, please tell me what is my era, why we are staying together and during the rain retreat. We have a duty to do. Yeah, before leaving, afterwards rain retreat, we have to invite each other. Please tell me my era, why we are staying together during the rain retreat. So that kind of thing we call in Pali Pawaritwa. Yeah, Pawaritwa means please say my era or my weak wines. Please pointing out. Please me pointing out to correct something like this. Pawaritwa. Pachina Khanda Rajing Nama. So Pachina Khanda Rajing is a name of the village. The name of the village is Pachina Khanda Raji. So Pachina Khanda Raji village. Kato is want. He went to the Pachina Khandaraji village. That meaning. So one person. And Eko, another one person, Eko Tatewa. Tatewa means in the Tubarami temple. Tatewa means only Tubarami temple was a deed. He stayed. So that means that 2 persons go to the Tuparami and become a monk. So 1 person after learning, 5 years staying, and after that he moved in different village, Pachina Khandaraji village. But the other monk, he stay. He never moved. He stay in original Tuparama temple. That meaning. Okay. So Pachina Khandaraji Kato. the one person go to that village, Prachina Khandaraji village. Tata in the village, Chiran long time. Chiran means Chiran Titatu Sadamo, Buddha Sasanan, Chiran Titatu, so Chiran is a long time. Chiran was Sitoa, long time stay in that village. Tiro, yeah. So long time staying, so he became the senior person, senior monk. Tiro Hotoa, yeah. Senior monk, huh? He became the senior monk and then Chendesi. He thinking like this. He thinking like this. Patisanlana Sarupamidam. Patisanlana Sarupamidam. So Patisanlana meaning is for staying, Patisanlana. Sarupa meaning is suitable. So Patisanlana Sarupa Midam meaning Patisanlana Sarupang Idam. Idam is a Thana. With the Thana, Idam Thana means this place. This place means Pachina Khandaraji village. So this place, Pachina Khandaraji village, is suitable for staying, suitable for living. Patisanlana Sarupan. He thinking like this. That means he like the village to stay. So Handa. Handa means noun. Pali Handa means a noun. Nan means the other man who stay in the Tubarama temple. So another his prince. Yeah. So Nan Sahaya Kasabi. Nan Sahaya Kasabi. Sahaya means Metta and Sahayaka is the same. Metta is a friend. Sahayaka is also friend. So Sahayaka Sabi means I want to say about the Arochimi. Arochimi means I want to say about that one to my friend. So a monk who live in the Pachina Khandaraji village, he thinking, oh, this village is very suitable to live. So I want to tell my friends to live here. Yeah, to live here. I want to say about that. So he thinking like this. And then the door. After thinking like this, the door, Nikamitwa. Nikamitwa means leaving from the village. Anubhavena means on the way to the Tubarama temple, Pawisi, enter. Pawisi means enter. Yeah, enter to the Tubarama. So that means he returned to the Tubarama temple from the village. Because he want to say about the suitable the living place to his friends. So that's why he returned to the temple. And then Pawisandan Yewa, Ja Nandeswa. Yeah, after entering the Tubarama temple, so the visitor man entering the Tubarama temple, Nandeswa. Nandeswa means the resident monk saw him. Deswa means saw. Yeah, Nandeswa means the person who entering the Tuparama temple. So the resident monk saw him, and then Samana Wasika Tiro. Samana Wasika. Yeah. Samana Wasika Tiro. Samana means the same. Samana. Wasika means wasa. So same wasa. Because they together and they become a man. Huh? Same day. So their wasa is the same. Yeah, that meaning. Samana means same. Wasika means wasa. So same wasa, the both of them are, same wasa, same age of the monk, and then they become the senior monk. Huh? But Pichu Gandwa means welcome, my friends. He's saying like this. Pata chiwara. Pata means the bow. Chiwara means the rope. So bow and row taking. But pati gahedwa. Yeah. Pati gahedwa means taking. So this is a duty. Welcome. The resident man has a duty to make a welcome for the visitor. Yeah, like this. So Wuddam means a duty. Wuddam means a duty. Akasi means a done. Yeah. So resident man done his duty. Welcome the visitor man or coming and a greeting or something like this he make. Okay. Okay, so that's why here English translation. Here is a relevant story. Relevant story, a true story. The two clansmen or gentlemen left Anuradhapura is seen that eventually one fall at the Tuparama temple. So one of them make himself familiar with the two code, and when he acquired 5 years seniority, and he took part in the Varana. Varana is invitation to telling some kind of the error before leaving, and then left for the place called Pachina Khandaraji. So the name of the village. So the other monk stayed on where he was, and now when the one who had gone to the Pachina Khandaraji village that lived there a long time and had become an elder, he thought, oh, this place is good for retreat. Suppose I told my friends about that. So he set out, and in Jews' code, he entered the Tuparama temple. And as he entered the Tuparama temple, the elder of the same seniority saw him and went to meet him and took his bow and robe and then did his duty for the visitor. Okay, so we have to look at what happened after meeting. Okay, so Aganduka Thero. Aganduka Thero means a visiting man. Aganduka means a visitor. Aganduka is a visitor. So visitor monk. Aganduka Thero, visitor monk. Sinasana means the dwelling. Pawisitwa. Pawisitwa means entering the dwelling. Chintesi thought. He thought. Chintesi means he thought. Idani now. Idani means also now. Idani may means my. In Pali, may is a my. Sahayo. Sahaya means Sahayo, mate, friend. So may Sahayo, my friends. Sape means a geese. Sapi. Sapi is a key. Sapewa, geese or panidawa. Yeah, panida is like some kind of the drinking, sweet. Huh? the from fruit or something like this. So juice. Yeah, sweet juice. Panidawa, panakanwa, panakan. Panakan means some kind of drinking. Yeah, some kind of drinking. Pesisi, pesicity or pesicity means sand. Or my friend sent me some kind of geese, or he thinking like this. The visitor man. So visitor man thinking like this after entering the dwelling, and he thinking like, oh, maybe my friend sent to me some kind of the geese or juice or drinking. He thinking like this, but ayangi imasame nagare chirawasiti. Yeah. So ayangi means oh yeah, that's true. Imasame nagare in this city. Nagare is a city. Anuradhapura city. Anuradhapura city. Chiraniwasi means long time staying. Yeah, he thinking like this. He is a long time staying in this city, so maybe he has a love for the donor. Maybe the donor donate many things, so he expect like this. The visitor man expect like this. Yeah. So means the person, that the visitor man. Rate means a night. Yeah. Rate means a night. At night. At night, the visitor man alada. Alada means nothing get. Nothing get. So, pado means early morning. Changes. He thinking again. Nighttime, nothing get. So he thinking at the morning, early morning. He thinking idani right now. Upatakehi. Yeah, upatakehi means the person who make a donation, the donor. So some kind of donor, kahidan. Yeah, kahidan means make a donation. Yagu kijakan basicity, or maybe my friends getting some kind of yagu is a crew, and then kind of the eating food from the donor, and then sent to me. You think like this in the early morning. Yeah. Tampi Adeswa. That kind of thing also nothing seen. nothing seen. So Pahinata Nati. Pahinanda Nati. Yeah. Pahinanda means bringing some kind of food. No. Nobody. Nobody bringing something kind of food, and then Pavitasa Minye, yeah. Pavitasa Minye Dasatiti. He thinking like this. Or maybe Pavitasa meaning is maybe when we go to the lay people house, maybe we will get he thinking like this. Minye means not sure, huh? Maybe. Minye means. So that's a DD mean. That's a DD means given. Maybe they give in at the lay people house. So he thinking like this. So Patowa, yeah. Patowa means early morning. Tena Sade. Tena Sade means the resident monk and visitor monk and together. Kama means the village Pawisi. Yeah. So that means that they goes Armstrong to the village. Kama Pawisi. Te Dwe means these two monks. Eka, Wite, together, same rope. Wite means a rope. Wite means a rope. Yeah. Witi, we call, and Abhidhamma Witi is a process, isn't it? Witi is a process. But here Witi means, Pali Witi is a different meaning. Some place Pali Witi means a process. Sometimes Pali Witi meaning is rope. Yeah. So here rope. Ekam Witi means same rope. Yeah, together, same rope. Charidwa means Armstrong. Yeah. Taking the same rope to Armstrong. Ulukamata. Ulunga. Yeah, Ulunga is kind of the ladder. One ladder, only one ladder. Yagong. Yagong is a grew. Only one ladder of the grew. Labedua. After getting Asana Salayan. Asana Salayan means the entrance of the village. They make a sitting hall for the monk. After the Amsra, they sit in and eating for eating. Yeah. So that place we call Asana Salayan. So in the sitting hall, Nisi Dedua, after sit in that sitting hall, and Piwensu. Piwensu means drinking. Piwensu means drinking the Krua Yago. Krua. So that's why here English translation, the visitor elder went into his lodging and he thought, now my friends will be sending me keys or molasses or a drink, for he has lived long in this city. He think like this. But he got nothing at night. And in the morning he also thought, oh, now he will be sending me rice gruel and solid food sent by his supporter. When he saw nothing, he thought again, oh, there's no one to bring it. No doubt they will give it when we go into the town or village in the lay people house. So early in the morning, they went into the town together. When they wandered or Armstrong through one street, one road, they got only a ladderful gruel. So they sat down in the sitting hall and to drink it. Like this. Okay. So what happened next? We have to learn. Okay. Yeah. Pali mentioned the door from that situation. From that situation means after they drinking the gruel, Tato Aganduko. Aganduko means the visitor monk. Aganduko. The visitor monk, Saint Daisy. He thought again. He thought again. Nibad Yagu Menye Nati. Nibada Yagu means a regular donation. Yeah. Nati means a no. Menye means a maybe. My friend has no regular donation. He thinking like that. Oh, my friend has no regular donor. So, Patakali. Patakali means pata is food, eating food. Kala means time. So, at the eating time, Idani now. Manosa means donors, Manosa means people, donor people. Panidam, Panidam means a good, Pada means a food. He thinking like that. Or at the eating time, maybe people bringing good food. Maybe they donate. That's indeed. He thinking like this. Okay. So Tato, after thinking, Patakalepi. Patakalepi means at the eating time, Bindaya Charido. Nobody coming to the temple. They have to go Amsterdam. Bindaya Charido. And Lada Mewa means only getting something Ponjitwa. Yeah. So goes Amsterdam and the Lada Mewa means getting some kind of food, and Ponjitwa means eating that kind of food. And Itro Aha. Itro means the visitor man. Aha means saying. Aha means tell. Told. Aha means told. The visitor man told to the resident man. Kain Bandi. Bandi means venerable. Sabha Kalan. Sabha Kalan means all the time. Kala means time. Sabha means all. So Sabha Kalan all the time. Eon like this. Yabetadi. Yabeta Kain. Kain means the Pali all the time, starting with the K meaning K. This sentence is question. Yeah. So Yapeta K means you are okay all the time like this. The visitor man answers to the resident man. Yeah. Venerable, Bandi, venerable all the time like this. You are okay? So he asked him to the resident man. So resident man replied, Ama also. Ama also. Also means yes, venerable. Ama, yes. Also means venerable. So Ama also. Oh yes, venerable. I'm okay. So the resident man replied. So Bandi, venerable, Pachina Kandaraji Pasuka. The visitor man recommend. Pachina Kandaraji village is Pasuka means comfortable, more comfortable than here. Imagine the meaning. Okay? The visitor man, the recommend. Oh, Banabo, Bandi, Banabo. The Pachina Kandaraji village is better than here. Pasuka means comfortable, more comfortable than here. So Tatha, so that place, That place means Pachina Khandaraji village, Gichamadi. Let's go. Not stay here. Not stay. Don't stay here. Please, let's go to the Pachina Khandaraji village. That place better than here. The visitor man recommend like this. Okay. So what happened? Thero Nakarato. Thero means the resident man. Nakarato from the Nakara means city, from the city. Dakina Dwarina. Dakina means is north direction. Dakina. Dwara means a door. So the city has a door. So the north. No. Dakina is not. Dakina is a south. Sorry. Sorry. Dakina is a south. So southern direction door from the village. Nikamando. Nikamando means to leave. Komba Kara Kama Mecca. So Mecca is the road. The road is a Komba Kara name. The road of name is a Komba Kara. Dakina? Boba is eastern, is a Boba in Pali. Boba is eastern. Yeah. So the Boba and east Boba in Pali. South is a Dakina. Is south. Dakina is a south. North is a. No, it's. I forgot. North is yeah. When we the tongue direction, tongue kind of direction. Dakinaya, Disaya, Purisa, Purimaya, Disaya, Uttaraya. Yeah, north is Uttara. Uttaraya, Disaya, Dakina, northern direction. Yeah. So here Dakina is southern direction. Yeah. So Kumbhakara Mecca. So Kumbhakara Mecca is a name of the Mecca is Kumbhakara. Yes, Padibichi. So trying to take that way. So after the visitor man recommend to go the Pachinaraji village. So suddenly the resident man trying to take the way to go there. Suddenly. So that's why here English translation here. Then the visitor man thought, perhaps there's no individual given or the cruel individual, but not individual. I think the better one is a regular given as a cruel, but as soon as it is time for the meal, people will give special food, good food. But when it is time for the meal, they eat what the goes wrong. Then the visitor man said or told, Honorable sir, how is that? All the time like this? So do you live in this way all the time? So the resident man replied, yes, friend. So the visitor man told again, Venerable sir, Pachinaraji village is comfortable, so let's go there. So at the time, now, as an elder, the resident man came out from the city. By the southern gate, he took the Kumbhakara Kama road, which lead to the Pachinaraji village. So you can imagine what happened. The visitor monk follow or not? What happened? Continue. Okay. So Itaro aha. Itaro means a visitor monk. Aha means a tool. So in that situation, the visitor monk told, Kimbana, Bandi, Venerable. What is it, Kimbana? Iman Megan Patipanatari. Why you take that way? He is very surprised. Why you wait that way? So he asked a question to the resident man. So resident man, Nanu tawa ta tum tua mauso. Sorry. Nanu tua mauso means ton also. Tua mauso means combined together, to us. Tua mauso means ton also. Ton means you. Also means venerable. Venerable, you already say Pachina Kandarajiya Wana Abasi Nanu. Nanu also kind of question. So the resident man replied, oh, Venerable, you already say Pachina Raji village is better than here. You already say so. Kimbana Bandi Tumagan Itakan Kalan Wasita Tane Na Kosi Atireka Prekaro Atidi. The visitor man asked the question. So Venerable, the visitor man asks to the resident man, Venerable, Tumagan, for you, Itakangala, at the time, what Wasita Tani? Wasita Tani means in your temple. In your temple, Atireka Prekaro. Kochi means any kind. Atireka Prekaro. Atireka means extra. Prekaro means kind of the requisite, kind of the your extra thing. He mentioned extra role or some kind of the thing you have to take. Atidi. He asks. So the resident man replied, I'm also means also, ama also. I'm also means ama also. Also venerable? Ama, yes. I have nothing to take it. Mancha bitan. Mancha is the bed. Bita is sitting place. Like a chair. Like a bed. So Sangikan means not my property. These are that materials is for community of monk. Sangikan means community of monk, not my own properties. So that kind of property, Patisamita Mewa. Patisamita Mewa means I already, I already. Patisamita Mewa means when we leave the village, the temple, we have to put some kind of thing properly. Yeah. So that kind of thing already I have done. So Inya, the other thing, Kenchi Nati. Nothing left to do for me. The resident replied, you can imagine. You can imagine. He's very, he's ready all the time. But the visitor man, not ready right now. So Mayampana Bandi, Venerable, the visitor man saying like this, Venerable, Mayambana, for me, Karada Kat Katara Dando. Yeah. Katara Dando means the stick. Stick. So walking stick. He bring from his temple walking stick. Katara Bando. Katara Bando, walking stick, Tela Nali. Tela Nali means Tela is Y. Nali means Tela Nali means the container. The container of wine. Because in India, the weather is very hot. So the monk mostly they don't wear the shoe. So their food all the time crab. There's a crab in the food. So he, they need the wine to, um, lotion like a lotion to protect the crab of the leg. So that's why they all the time they bring the container of the wine anywhere when they go. So that kind of thing. Tela Nali. Tela Nali is a wine. Nali is a container. The wine container. And then Upahana Tawikaja. Upahana is the slipper. The Tawika is the bed. The bed or the slipper. Also, that Tewa means in the temple I left these things, the stick, walking stick, and then container the wine, and then the bed or the slipper I left. So I have to take the material. So Tiao saw the resident man saying like this. Tiao saw. Tia means you. Also means venerable. You Eka Diwasan, only one day was Saitwa, only one day staying here. Itakan, these kind of thing tapping putting. So he asked to the visitor man. So visitor man replied, Ama Bandi, yes, venerable. You can imagine two monks different. Okay, so that's why here in the translation, like this, the visitor asks, but Venerable Sir, why do you take this road? So the resident man replied, did you not recommend Pachinaraji friend? But how is this, Venerable Sir? Have you no extra belonging in your place? You live there so long. So that is so friend. I have nothing. So the bed and chair belong to the community of monks, and they are also put away as usual. So there's nothing else for me. But visitor man saying like this, but Banavasa, I have left my step, walking stick, and my wine shoe, and my saddlebag there in the temple. So the resident man saying like this, have you already collected so much things, Prince? Living there for only just one day. So the visitor man replied, yes, Venerable Sir. You can imagine. So here want to mention means the resident man has no impediment for the dwelling, isn't it? He has nothing to do with the dwelling. Somewhere he want to go, the nothing to do. He can leave at any time. So that meaning, okay, you have okay. We have to continue to learn this story. So, Vipassanā Chitto. So means the visitor monk. So visitor monk very Vipassanā Chitto means very respect to the resident monk. Huh? So Vipassanā Chitto Thera Vanditva. So Vanditva means pay respect to the resident monk because he is very good. So Tumadisana Tumadisana means like you. Tumadisana means like you. Pande, honorable, like you. Sabbata. Sabbata means anywhere. Sabba is all. Sabbata means anywhere. Aranya so you are. Yeah. So Sabbata all anywhere. You know, the Aranya Waso Yuwa means like a forest. Even though you live in the city, but your mind is like this, so that meaning is you live in the forest. Yeah. Even though you stay in the city, but your mind is like is living in the forest. That meaning. Sabbata Aranya Waso Yewa. Kubaramo. Kubaramo means the name of the temple. Tuparamo. Tuparama temple. And Chatona Buddhana. Chatona Buddhana Dhatu Nidanatana. So Dhatu is Buddhana is a Buddha. Dhatu is the relics. Yeah. So Chatuna meaning 4 kind of relics. Yeah. 4 kind of relics, kind of the maybe the we call the bed, or maybe the kind of the water water filter or something like that. So Chatuna Buddhana Dhatu Nidina Thana Loha Pasari. Loha means brown. Pasada is a kind of the hall. Yeah, make the halls make a brown. Yeah. Sapaya means suitable. Dhamma Savana means listening the Dhamma talk. Dhamma Savana. Mahachiriya Dasana. Mahachiri means kind of the pagoda. Yeah. And Thera Dasana Cha. Thera Dasana means a senior man, many senior man. To see the many senior man. Labati means getting the chance. To see the senior man, and then to see the pagoda, and to listen the Dhamma talk. So like this. Buddha Kaloviya. Buddha Kaloviya means the time like the time of the Buddha stay alive. Pavatati. Buddha Kaloviya Pavatati. Yeah. So Ida mewa tome wasatha. Tome, you should stay here. Ida mewa. Here. Wasatha means stay. Dutiya Divase. Dutiya Divase means second day. Divasa is a day. Dutiya means second. Dutiya Divase, second day. Pata Chivaran, the bow and rope. Hedwa, taking the bow and rope. Saya Mewa. Saya Mewa means only the person. Agamisati. Akamasiti. Akamasi means left. Idasa means for that man, our soul, not Palibodo Hodi, no impediment. Yeah. So that kind of the resident man, for the resident man, that our soul, that the dwelling, the temple is not impediment. We have to understand. But the visitor man, like the visitor man, he for the visitor man, our soul, the dwelling is kind of the impediment. Yeah. So that's why here English translation. He was glad in his heart, and then he paid homage to the elder. The elder is a resident monk. And for those like you, Banavasa, everywhere is a forest dwelling. So the Tubarama temple is a place where the relics for 4 Buddhas are deposited. There is a suitable hearing the Dharma in the Brazen Palace. There's a great shrine to be seen, and then one can visit the elder. So it is like a time of the Buddha. It is here that you should live. So that on the following way, he turned his bow and arrow and then went away by himself. So it is no impediment for one, the person who like this. We have to understand. Okay. Okay, so this is one kind of impediment. Our soul, dwelling impediment. Okay. And the second one. Second one is what is it? Our socha kulan, isn't it? So kulandi. In Pali kulandi. Nyadi kulanwa. Upataka kulanwa. Two kinds. So kulan, the relative person mean here two kinds. Nyadi kulanwa. Nyadi kulan means the blood connect relative. So the really relative person. And upatana kulan. Upatana kulan is the supporter, the person who's supporting the monk. So the nyati kula means two kinds. The relative and supporting person. The relative person and supporting person, here we have to understand like a kula. Ekasasahi. Yeah. Ekasa asahi. Yeah. Upatana kulampi. Sukhitesu sukhito titani nayena sansatasa viharato balivodo hodi. So upatana kulampi means not the relative person, but the supporting person, supporting people. When they are happy, the man also happy. When they are sorrow, man also sorrow, like this. So etc. Idani nayena. In that way, sansatasa viharato meaning is the sansatata means a mix. Mixed together with the supporting people. So that kind of kula is we call balibodo, impediment hodi. Balibodo hodi, impediment. So that means missing with the supporting person, supporting people. So that is impediment. But the other one, no. Yeah. So kula manusakehi. Vina means without. Without the kind of the person. Dhammasa wa naya. Dhammasa wa naya, sorry. Dhammasa wa naya means listening the Dhamma talk without these supporting person. Yeah. Samanta viharambi. Samanta viharambi means very close to the other temple. Samanta vihara. Samanta vihara means very close temple, other temple. Not good charity. Not go to the very close temple without the lay people who supporting. So that kind of person is we call Balibodo impediment. Yeah. So we have to understand like this. And then ekachasa madabidrobi. Yeah. For the other person. For the other person, madabidro means father and mother. Mada is a mother. Peter is a father. Yeah, even though father and mother, Paliboda, Nahondi, they are not impediment. Even though mother and father. Yeah. So Kurondaka Vihara Vasitirasa. Kurondaka Vihara means Kurondaka is the name of the temple. Vihara is a temple. So Kurondaka temple, Vasita is a staying, the Tirasa is a senior man. Yeah. So the senior man who stay at the Kurondaka Vihara, Bhagineya. Bhagineya is the nephew. Bhagineya is a nephew. Dahara is a young. Bhikkhuna is a monk. Yeah. So young nephew monk. We are is a like a young the nephew monk. So that's why here English translation, family kulang, family mean a family consisting of the relative or a family consisting of the supporter. So two kinds we have to understand. For even a family consisting of the supporter is an impediment for someone who live in a close association with it in the way of beginning. He is pleased when they are pleased. He is sorrow when they are sorrow, like this. And who does not even go to a neighboring monastery to hear the Dhamma without the member of the family, like this. But even mother and father are not an impediment for another person. So as in that case of the young bhikkhu, the nephew of the elder who lived at the Kurundaka monastery. So we have to learn about their story as well to understand that even though mother and father is not impediment for that monk. Huh? Yeah, but today is no time to study the story. So I think next week we have to learn that kind of story. Okay. Anyway, so thank you very much for your listening. The kind of the impediment. So impediment, to understand impediment is very important because impediment is the disturbance for our practice meditation to develop the concentration. It's a great disturbance and a small disturbance. We have to be careful to avoid them before practice meditation. So that's why this is very beneficial for us to develop the power of concentration. Okay. So thank you very much for your listening. And before stop the lecture, which Buddha teaching stay longer and longer in the universe. The more stay longer the teaching of Buddha, the more we can benefit from it. So that's why we wish Buddha Sasana Chidantitatu in 3 times, please. Buddha Sasana Chidantitatu. Buddha Sasana Chidantitatu. Buddha Sasana Chidantitatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your watching. You have a Merry Christmas and have you have the Christmas holiday. Thank you. Bye-bye.